The Conversation Motivational Hour with your host, Minister Seon Rodney. The Conversation. Thank you for watching The Conversation Motivational Hour. We love you and cannot wait to see you in person.
It's probably too late now. I don't worry about that much.
Welcome to the Conversation Motivational Hour with SGGR. Yours truly, Seon Rodney.
Yes, I am. As I go along that journey.
Welcome to the Conversation Motivational Hour with SGGR, Seon Rodney. Welcome to our tribe. Welcome to our village. Welcome to our community. Welcome to every part. Oh, yes, the conversation far and near. I want to tell you the conversation is about to meet you wherever you are. The barbershop, the nail salon, the massage parlor, in the supermarket. Yes, the conversation about to meet you in the nursing home, in the long-term care facility. The conversation about to meet you in jail and prison. Hit the share button on all your social media group, your social media platform, your WhatsApp group, your messenger, your email. Text a friend, tell a friend, and they know that the Conversation Motivational Hour is on, which is affiliate of the Conversation Motivational Sip and Chat. I'm not forgetting our Conversation Motivational Date Night with SGGR and team. Welcome to our tribe, our community, and our village. A conversation where a seat is reserved for you. You say, SGGR, why is a seat reserved for me at the conversation? Oh, yes, village and tribe and community. I want to tell you the seat is reserved for the broken, the undervalued, the less fortunate. Those who are feeling depressed, those who are feeling suicidal thoughts are plaguing your mind. Oh, yes, an undervalued, underachiever, feeling worthless. You have nothing to contribute. I want to tell you a seat is reserved for you in the conversation, community, village, and tribe.
Sometimes the going gets tough, but I've got a friend in Jesus.
SGGR will not trade this hour, this moment to be with no other than to be with you, smart, intelligent, beautiful, and handsome people of the conversation, community, tribe, and village.
Yes, I have. That makes me rich in love.
Welcome to our tribal community and village that is called the Conversation Sip and Chat, the Conversation Motivation Hour. I'm not forgetting our Conversation Date Night with SGGR and team. The Conversation Tribe, community, and village. We want to tell you your cry. We're not going to cause you more tears if you're broken. We're not going to cause you to be fragmented on the ground. We're not going to dig a hole to put you in. The Conversation Tribe, community, and village. We form the serenity, the brother, and the sisterhood. We form the safety net, working in tandem and in concert with each other, hands in gloves. Where you are, there we want to be. In your brokenness, we want to be under the bridge. We want to be in the gutters and the churches with you. We want to be in your tears. We want to be in your setback. We want to be in your brokenness. You want to be where you feel of underachiever, undervalue. You want to feel, that you don't have nothing to contribute. You have no work. You have nothing. No skill set. You have no money. You have no job. We want to tell you at the conversation. We care and we concern for you. SGG got to be in your lexicon. SGG, I want to be in your narrative and your construct. Whether you're rich or poor, in a penthouse or under the bridge,
now remember, there are times when things go young, they're hard, and they're difficult.
Yes, you could put them a war and Barbados, Caribbean Island, Caribbean countries, South America, North America, Latin America, continent of Asia and Africa, despite of your ethnicity, despite of your color, despite of your creed, despite of your status, despite the side of the agenda of the divine, you find yourself a critical thinker or a casual thinker. Welcome to our tribe, community, and village of the conversation.
Sometimes there's thin. But that faith will break those dark clouds and allow you to let Jesus in. So
our tribal community and our village do not raise followers, we raise leaders. We lead you that in times you will lead yourself and lead others. We motivate you that you motivate yourself, that in turn you will motivate others. We inspire you that you inspire yourself and in turn inspire others.
I'm drinking from my saucer. Because my cup has overflowed.
Where you gonna up the ante in your value?
If God gives me strength and courage, when the way goes steep.
At this juncture, SGG, I want to say happy Valentine. Oh yes, to all and sundry, despite of your ethnicity, despite of your color, despite of your creed, despite wherever you are, happy Valentine. Oh yes, some SGGR supporters and covenant partners and leaders of this August body called the Conversation of a Tribal Community. Oh yes, and village, we want to extend happy Valentine to Ezekiel Demawara and Berbice. Oh yes, though from Limnear, Kildonan, Alveston, Manchester, Alnissa. Oh yes, Letty Kenny, Wim, Broomfield, Tain, Port Morant. Oh yes, Rosal, Nigger. Oh yes, Amsha, Firish, Gibraltar, Kilturn, New Amsterdam, Cadbrat, Edinburgh. Oh yes, we want to say happy Valentine to you. Oh yes, we come to a neighboring Trinidad. Happy Valentine to the Trinidadians. Oh, whether you're from Mova, whether you're from Tunapuna, whether you're from Lavantel, from Digger Martin, from Arima, from St. James, and Port of Spain, we want to say happy Valentine to you. To Jamaica, all from Port St. Lucie, oh yes, we want to say happy Valentine to you. From St. Mary's, we want to say happy Valentine to you. Happy Valentine to you. Oh, those from Kingston, happy Valentine to you. And all of Jamaica, happy Valentine to you. St. Martin, Guadalupe, oh yes, happy Valentine to you. And all of the Americas, happy Valentine to you. South America, North America, Central America, happy Valentine to you. I want to let you know, we want to let you know how much we love you, how much we care for you, how much we concerned for you. On behalf of the village and the tribe and the community, we want to say happy Valentine because we felt the love all year round with you. Oh yes, and we share the love all year round with you. For those who are gliding with the conversation, sip and chat Monday to Friday with yours truly at GTR, those who are part of the Conversation Motivational Hour, and those who are part of the Conversation Date Night with SGTR and team, happy Valentine to you. Just to let you know you are loved. Feeling rejected, you are loved. Feeling lonely, you are loved. Feeling sad, you are loved. Feeling distressed, you are loved. SGTR is your Valentine.
Because my cup has overflowed. Yes, I will. Just keep drinking.
Feeling broken and fragmented, you are loved.
Because my cup has overflowed.
You may have lost it all, but you are loved. Yes, you are loved from the tribe and the community and the village of the Conversation Motivational Sip and Chat, affiliate of the Conversation Motivational Hour, affiliate of the Conversation Motivational Date Night with SGGR. I just want to iterate that you are loved. You are loved despite of your situation, despite of your circumstances. I want to let you know you are loved by me and you are loved by us. There are more love you are receiving in this hour that want to shower upon you, that want to be endowed upon you. Oh yes, you may feel like committing suicide. I want to let you know you are loved. You may feel that you're having so much a form of depression. I just want to let you know you are loved. SGGR, you can take it as I'm your Valentine. Oh yes, you are loved from the SGGR tribe community and village. You are loved. Happy Valentine to you. Near and far. On this Valentine, SGGR is building a bridge of love over a sea of hate. Across all the Americas, I'm building a bridge of love. Happy Valentine to you over a sea of hate.
It's probably too late now. I don't worry about that much.
SGGR is building a bridge of love despite of your ethnicity, despite of your color and your creed over a sea of hate. Happy Valentine. SGGR is building a bridge of love over a sea of hate beside the have-nots and the haves. Happy Valentine to you. Building a bridge of love with those who have and those who don't have. A bridge of love with the married and the single. How can I forget the widows? Been a bridge of love of those who are restricted and those that are free. Yes, GG, I love you, I care for you, I'm concerned about you. Happy Valentine.
Yes, I have. That makes me rich in love.
Building a bridge of love over those who are happy and those who are sad. SGG, I love you. We are building a bridge of love over a sea of hate. Building a bridge of love over those who are employed and those who have a job. A bridge of love who already found themselves and who are still trying to find themselves. Happy Valentine to you. Happy Valentine to you. All those who celebrated a birthday around this time, happy Valentine birthday to you. Happy love birth month. Happy love anniversary month. Happy Valentine anniversary to you. Our sympathy to go out to those who have lost a loved one in the time of bereavement. I want to let you, the conversation donors and supporters and contributors of this great August body, we rejoice with you and we mourn with you and we sympathize with you. You are in our prayers and we have a ray of concern for you. We have a concern for you and we care about you. Oh yes, and we pray that this time of bereavement, Yahweh HaMashiach will comfort your heart. He will meet all your needs in this difficult time. Not forgetting congratulations to those who bring a bundle of joy into this world. Happy Valentine for this time. You bring an entrance of a life into this world. I want to say we love you and we care for you. We celebrate you to your bundle of joy. Not forgetting congratulations to those who passed an examination. Happy Valentine on your achievement. Happy love moment on your passing that examination. We embrace that great mantra that says, the height that great man met, the height that great man attained, didn't come by sudden flight, but while my companion slept, I kept toiling through the night. Congratulations goes out to those who purchase a new home, purchase a new car. Happy Valentine, happy love moment in your achievement of the home and the car. Another 10 year in your leadership. Happy Valentine, happy love moment for another 10 year promotion on your job and increase in salary. Congratulations to you once again. Happy Valentine from the love zone of the community, the tribe, and the the village, the conversation sip and chat, the conversation motivational hour, and the conversational date night.
Now remember, there are times when things go wrong.
SGG, I love for you for the Valentine and happy Valentine. I'm giving you the roses of smile and the roses of laughter. SGG, I love you. Building a bridge of love over a sea of hate. My love for you emanated from a smile and from a laughter in the space of the physical roses. Think the unthinkable, dream the undreamable.
Drinking from my saucer.
Happy Valentine from the love zone of SGGR and team, the August body, the conversation motivational sip and chat, the conversation motivational hour, the conversation motivational date night. Happy Valentine, happy Valentine, happy Valentine. SGGR, love and care and concern for you. Receive my roses of smile, receive my roses of laughter. Happy Valentine, fabulous queen. Love from SGGR supporters and team. Happy Valentine to all and sundry love zone. Building a bridge of love over a sea of hate. My roses of laughter, my roses of smile. Coming up not too long distant future from now, our topic is think the unthinkable, dream the undreamable. Because my cup has overflowed. Happy Valentine, happy Valentine, happy Valentine, happy love moment, SGGR and team from this August body, our community, our village, and our tribe. I want to let you know we are building a bridge of love over a sea of hate. Oh, I want to let you know we love you and we care for you. We are serving roses of smile and roses of laughter. We just want that you know how much we care for you, how much we concern for you, how much you matter to us. I want to tell you, you mean so much to us. I would not trade this hour to be with no one else than to be with the community and the tribe and the village of those of the conversation, motivational sip and chat, conversation, motivational hour, and the conversation, motivational date night. I want to let you know you're pretty, you're handsome, you're beautiful, you're smart, you are intelligent. Your future is amazing. Your future is colorful. Your future is bright. I want to be with you in your future. I want to celebrate your breaking out. I want to celebrate your elevation. I want to celebrate, oh my God, you look much better in the future than you do right now. I want to be at your ribbon cutting of your new home. I want to be at the ribbon cutting of your new office. I want to be at your graduation celebration. Oh yes, I want to be at your anniversary. I want to be at the christening. I want to be in your brother. They turn up loud and proud. Oh yes, I want to be here. And also want to be, oh yes, when you have the homegoing service, and I want to be at the homecoming service. I want to be happy Valentine to you. Oh yes, we want to let you from our love zone, from the twilight of the love of the conversation motivational platform, the conversation motivational hour, the conversation motivational sip and chat, not forgetting the conversation motivational date night, our tribe, our community, and our village. Oh yes, we love you. We are serving you for the Valentine, our gift of roses, our smile, and our laughter. So if you're lonely, SGGR and team love you. If you're broken, SGGR and team love you. In the midst of your setback, SGGR and team love you. Happy Valentine. And how can I stand to represent the man that represents me every minute and every second of my life? For God so loved that world that he gave his only begotten son, that whosoever believeth in him shall not perish, but have everlasting life. God love you. Feel the love of heaven. My boss sent me to tell you that he loves you and he cares for you. My boss said, though your sin are like scarlet, he's gonna make them white as snow. The man I'm happy to represent is Yahweh HaMashiach. The greatest lover of all time is Yahweh HaMashiach. Came with your love and take your love all the way to the cross. So we are embodied in love. Happy Valentine on behalf of heaven.
Sometimes the going gets tough, but I've got a friend in Jesus. Yes, I have. That makes me rich in love. I thank God for my blessings.
Think the unthinkable, dream the undreamable. In the midst of happy Valentine. Serving the smile and the laughter of roses for happy Valentine to all and sundry. Ezekiel Damawara and Barbados, Caribbean Island, Caribbean country, South America, North America, Latin America, Central America, continent of Asia and Africa. We are building a bridge of love over a sea of hate.
Now remember, there are times when things go wrong and they are hard and they are difficult.
I would not trade this moment to be with no other smart, intelligent, pretty, handsome, I want to tell you, talented people of the Conversation Motivational platform. Oh, the tribe, the community that supports the Conversation Motivational Sip and Chat, Conversation Motivational Hour, Conversation Motivational Date Night with SGGNR and team. Don't forget, you have a date with me tomorrow night with my host, Crystal Dundas going to be the host tomorrow, and I'm going to be the co-host. We are flipping scripper, and we have David John out of Alabama and Dwayne Dyer out of Canada. We are continuing to perusing the book that need to be had, the book need to be read by J Vision, Purpose Driven, and I want you to be a part of the discourse tomorrow night. So you have a date night with SGGR and team where Crystal Dundas going to be the host and I'm going to be the co-host. Nevertheless, we got to move along. We peruse the book that was written by J Vision. Oh yes, out of Alabama. A book need to be had, a book need to be read, and it's about purpose-driven life. Oh, with that being said, happy Valentine to all and sundry. Have a great and amazing and a fabulous Valentine, knowing that from the tribe, the community, and the village of the Conversation with SGGR this August month, I just want to let you know I love you. I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. For your Valentine, I'm serving you a smile instead of roses. I'm giving you a laughter instead of roses. I love and I care for you. And from heaven, which I represent, God was want to let you know He loves you so much that He said sent its only begotten Son. Oh, yes, the love of heaven overshadow every other thing else. And the love of God want to abound in your heart and in your mind and in your soul. Happy Valentine on behalf of heaven. Feel the love that comes to you from heaven right now and from the throne room of Almighty God. With that being said, tonight, think the unthinkable. You may say, SGGR, I don't have the capacity to think. SGGR, I don't have the capacity to think. And I can understand trying to make that argument that you don't have the capacity to think. Leave me with no other choice to understand that our environment plays the role in how we see ourselves in the midst of how we think. Because our environment causes us to understand, our environment makes pronouncement upon us and help us to understand that we don't have the capacity to think. And because your environment, which you prolong yourself and you dealt with all sort of situations and circumstances on a daily basis, on a secondly, hourly basis, and because of you are there in that environment and a prolonged time, and you overheard from many circumstances and situations, when you want to make a contribution, you want to make a suggestion, you were told that you don't have the capacity to think. You cannot think, or you don't not thinking and to bring the right nuances or solution to the problem that they deem to understand that you're spot on with your thinking, or your environment probably which you are a part of, or you spend most of your life, and because the environment deems you to be or deems persons to be that only those who went to an institution are the ones with the nuances and with the greatest thinking power. Those who went to the greatest university, those are the one has the capacity to think and the thinking powers. Those are the ones that have the nuances to understand they can deal with situation and circumstances. So because of your environment, you see yourself, you don't have the capacity to think. And whatever you have a little capacity to think, you don't think that your thinking is one in keeping with purpose. And so forth, if you understand your thinking is not one in keeping with purpose, so you cannot be driven by your purpose. And that's why you stay so long in that environment. That's why you become an habitat of that environment, and that environment in the trueness and in the sense and the integrity of what discourse, that environment is not really meant for you. Oh yes, but because your environment caused you to be where you are, that you are a great resident and a great resident, understanding that you cannot think because the environment has caused you to understand that you cannot think, you don't have the capacity. The environment has cast so much aspersions upon you, has caused so much damning words upon you. They have laughed your thinking ability. They have come to conspire against your thinking ability. They call you that you are foolish. They call you that you are dumb. They say that you are stupid. They are saying what you're thinking doesn't make any sense. What you're thinking about it would never come to pass. What you're thinking about, no one would believe you. And because of the environment, the climate of your environment, the tone of your environment will cause you that you will never think you have the capacity to think. You have the capacity to use the nuances of your brain. Oh yes, to think the unthinkable, to think that you're thinking how to become greater, how to become better, how to become in the best version of you. And because you allow your environment that causes you to lose time and to lose moments and to lose season and to lose time and to lose opportunity, because what the environment has caused you to believe about yourself. One thing about SGGR, I want you to know as you go on following me, as you go on subscribing to my YouTube channel, and you follow every platform that I have, you will understand I came from the same stead. I came from the same construct. I came from the same environment. I understand the climate. I understand the temperature. I also know the mood of the environment. I understand, oh yes, the darkness of where these undertones come from. And I understand that you need to understand not what the world say about you, not what the world sees you to be, not what the world trying to understand that they should understand about you. You have to let the world know that you are misunderstood. Let your environment know that you are misunderstood. Let the environment know that they misunderstood you. They misrepresent you. I want to let you know, as I said in the preambles, the environment that you spend most of your time, most of your hours, and most of your days, and second, and the minutes of your life, which you will never get back. That environment say you don't have the capacity to think. You don't have greatness upon you. No one would listen to you. Oh yes, you cannot bring about change or be an agent of change, and you believe it. And that's why you believe that you are dumb, you are foolish, you are stupid. Oh yes, and because of that you say it to yourself, and therefore you articulate it to someone who come to help you to migrate from that environment. Someone come to rescue you. Someone come to be the safety net you cannot follow. Oh yes, the trail and the ray of hope you cannot follow. Oh yes, to lead yourself out of that place of the climate, the temperature, and the environment. So you like the same mood that was meted out to you. So you said, but I am foolish. No one would listen to me. No one would to believe in what I'm saying. And they start to make a suggestion, and then they say, I cannot make a suggestion. It doesn't make any sense. I'm here to let you understand. There is no foolish question. There is no dumb question. There is no stupid question. Oh yes, there is nothing that you thinking doesn't have relevance. I want to let you know, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, comrades and colleagues. Oh yes, from the conversation, oh community and tribe and village. I want to let you know your suggestion have an impact. Your suggestion can make an inroads. Oh yes, your thinking can make an impact. Your thinking can make an inroads. You can be an agent of change. Let me come from the game control of the Bible. God said he will take the foolish to confound the wise, meaning he will take the school dropouts. He will take the teenage pregnancies. He's going to take those who don't know the ABCs. He's going to take those who cannot spell their name. He's going to take those who didn't see a school door to confound the wise, the lawyers, the doctors, the engineers. I am telling you, I believe in what the word of God said and the full, oh my God, authenticity of the word. I want to let you know, ladies and gentlemen, that you can think the unthinkable. With that being said, let me bring to forward my case in point number one. Oh yes, let me look at Peter. Oh yes, in the climate, the temperature. Oh yes, where Peter came from. Oh yes, they know Peter is a fisherman. Oh yes, he knows the climate, he knows the temperature. They also know the mood of Peter. They also understand Peter is arrogant. Peter have temper. They also conclude that Peter need an anger management training. Some of them may even conclude that Peter is suffering from mental health. Oh, blessed be the name of the Lord. And I guess many of the undertones, many of the voice, many of the song bites went to Peter. Peter, you got an anger management problem. You have mental health problems. And Peter, you cannot make an impact. You cannot be an agent of change. Peter, you got to fish for the rest of your life. Whether you caught, you're going to go the next day. Whether you don't caught, you're going to go the next day. And you're going to go into the fishing zone. Even though you may be disappointed with not catching a caught. Oh, you will be disappointed with tiling all night. Bring nothing to your cast, nothing to your hook, nothing to your boat. But you will go the next day. Oh, yes, Peter, you will stick to your rhythm. You will stick to your skill set. Because, Peter, you cannot think better than being a fisherman. I can imagine the undertone. I can imagine, oh my God, what they are saying to Peter. Oh, yeah, the construct and the narrative. Oh, yes, of how they see Peter. And I can imagine Peter in his own lexicon believe I am a fisherman for the rest of my life. Oh, yes, because they went to the University of Guyana. They went to the University of the West Indies. They went to Duke. They went to Harvard. They went to Princeton. They went to Yale. They went to Duke. They went to Georgia State. Oh, yes, they went to the University of Alabama. Oh, blessed be the name of the Lord. They went to any HSBCU. Shout out to every HSBCU. Oh, yes, student, because it's Black History Month. Shout out to you. Oh, yes, but damn, if you've not been to any of those institutions, Peter. Oh, so Peter, you're going to be a fisherman for all of your life. Are you going to think in every discourse is about fish? In every conversation is about fish. All you know is about fish. When they're talking about traveling, you are talking about going fishing. When they're talking about vacation, you're talking about fishing. When they're talking about building a home, you're talking about building a boat. When they're thinking about building a business, you're thinking about building a net. When they're thinking about going to buy a car, you're thinking about buying a cast net, buying a fish, or buying some bait. Because, Peter, that's all you can think about. You don't have no capacity, Peter. You cannot think outside of the zone that which we think you are. So we restrict you in thinking that, Peter, no one listen to a conversation that you cannot keep, because any conversation will come in from you and emanating from you. It's just all about fishing. Can you see yourself being a part of that environment? Can you see yourself being a part of that climate and that temperature? bearing the moods of that village, that community, and that tribe you so sojourn for most of your life. Where you waste time. You waste time that you can never get back in your life, thinking that the way the society calls you to think. The treatment that the society bear upon you cause you to think. The attitude that the society give to you that cause you to think. And you are thinking even up to this moment that you cannot think the unthinkable. I am here to negate that fact tonight. I'm here for you to unlearn some of the things that you were learned that of life from you to you. I'm here to unearth some of the things that you have within you that you didn't know that you could have discovered. I'm here to let you know you can think the unthinkable. You can think the unthinkable. So with the same step, Peter, said fisherman, had an encounter with Jesus, the Son of the living God. He had a theophany. Theophany means an encounter. He had an encounter with Jesus. And Jesus encountered Peter without giving Peter a paragraph, without giving Peter a sermon, without giving Peter a lecture. Oh yes, sometimes you don't have to be lectured to. Sometimes you don't have to have a sentence, a paragraph. Sometimes you don't have to have an intellectual discourse. Sometimes you just need to understand by changing the climate, changing the tone. Oh yes, and God unearthed some things within you. And all Jesus said to Peter, drop your net and follow me. That's the moment Peter in all of his life had never heard someone to say, drop your net and follow me. Follow me to the farm. Follow me to the mechanic shop. Follow me to where I can teach you IT. Follow me to my law firm. Follow me that I can give you some nuances towards medicine. No one ever told Peter to drop his net and follow them. They encourage him to fish, and they're laughing at his catch many times because they're enjoying that Peter cannot roll as the way they roll. And there are many people glad to see you being an underachiever, being an undervalued. There's people glad to see you marginalized, glad to see you crying. Some people glad to see you weeping, glad to see you don't have anything to your name. Glad to see you walking and not driving. Glad to see you renting and not owning. Some people, they're glad to see you have no money in your pocket, no money in your wallet, no money in your purse, no money in your bag. They rejoice over the things. But when Peter heard for the first time, drop your net and follow me, he didn't have a second to go into the negativity of his lexicon that he heard for many years, because it's of a uniqueness. Oh my God. And tonight, what I'm saying is going to be unique to someone. You can think the unthinkable. Are you going to drop every negativity? You're going to drop and unlearn some of the things that you were learned about yourself. And you began to believe that what they said to you, that is gospel, that is true. Oh yes, that is in integrity of you going to be the future of your life. I'm here to unearth and be different from what you were told of your environment and your society and your village and your, oh my God, your tribe that which you grew up in and you'll be a part of as we even speak tonight. And Peter for the first time heard, drop your net and follow me. He dropped his net and he followed Christ. And in the following of Jesus Christ, Peter unearthed within himself the ability to think outside of what he was taught he didn't have the capacity to do. I'm here to let you know, outside of what you think you didn't have the capacity to do, you have the capacity to think on the speed level of a lawyer, even though you may not went to law school. You have the capacity to think the unthinkable at the speed of a doctor, even though you didn't went to medical school. You have the capacity to think as an engineer, even if you went to any engineering university or college or whatever it is. You have the ability to think above and even on the equilibrium, the balance of their thinking. They are exposed to printed material, but you are exposed to your natural thinking. Oh my God, I want to tell you, Peter was exposed to his natural ability, oh my God, of fishing, but he was exposed now when Jesus said, drop your net and follow me, to the thinkables of himself, unearth this potential that he can think beyond, went into any university. He can think because now in the company of the unthinkable, which is the Holy Spirit, who is the teacher of this era and this decade. I'm glad somebody can understand what I'm saying tonight, that you have the capacity outside of what your community, your village, and your tribe tell you that you can be and you will be for the rest of your life. And I'm here to tell you, drop your negativity, drop your frustration, drop your inadequacy, drop your brokenness, drop your fragmentedness, drop your complaining, drop your murmuring, and follow the positivity, follow your positive nature, follow yourself. And yourself is saying you have the capacity to think, just like those who say you cannot think like them. Yes, you can. They may be more exposed, but on the equal hand, you're exposed now to your thinking power. They're exposed to universities. You're exposed to money, you're exposed to notoriety and power, but you are exposed to your thinking ability. And let's continue this discourse on our first point, which we still had with Peter. So it comes to the floor in the point when Jesus wanted to understand if his teaching was making sense, if his teaching was gaining gravity, if his teaching was gaining mass. And he asks a potent question, and he wants to understand now, seeing that they are all doctors and lawyers and tent makers and the high rollers and the high flyers and the big boys and the affluents and the influentials and the cufflinks and the buttons and the tailored suits and the designer suits and the Armanis and so on. Oh yes, and he want to make sure the red bottoms and so forth. But he have in their company a fisherman. Didn't have a tailored suit, a designer suit, a red bottom. Could not go to the expensive place to shop. I want to tell you, all he just getting to understand that he have the capacity to think. So Jesus is asking a question, and a potent one. Who do you say I am? According to the tribe, the community, and the village, the temperature and the climate, and those with the great nuances exercising the great mind and the intellectual heart and the intellectual skill to read and to comprehend and to analyze. They could not have been spot on, even though they had the capacity to think. But the one who didn't think that he could think the unthinkable, didn't know that he can search the unsearchable within himself. He did have the capacity, and he outran them, he outsmarted them, he outdo them, even though he didn't went to any great intellectual institution. Wasn't recognized for a cubicle or an office. Didn't have an office in Midtown. Didn't have an office in the city. Didn't have an office where he had grants and he had budget pass and budget allocation. Peter had none of that. He was just a fisherman. Didn't have a clerk. Didn't have a secretary. Didn't have a treasurer. He was just simple Peter. Didn't talk about amoxicillin and all these medical terms and Advil and Panadol and Participle. He didn't know about those big words and those medical terms. But they that stood in the presence of Jesus had the capacity. I'm talking about Luke, who was a doctor. I'm talking about Paul, who's a tent maker. He can talk about Kababali wood. He can talk about green art. He can talk about pitch pine. But here is Peter. Have no knowledge about what they're talking about according to their capacity. And they all went into the fantastic investigation of their minds and their brains and the articulation and putting forth the perception. And here is Peter. In the simplicity of understanding, he has the capacity. And I can imagine Peter is the last one that spoke. When you feel you are intimidated by those in the room, you are the last one will spoke. You're the last one will speak. When you look and you see all the expenses of the outfit, you are intimidated to speak. You're intimidated to make a contribution. You're intimidated to lift your finger to voice your concern. And I can imagine how Peter felt in that great company. But Peter is the last that spoke. And Peter said, "Thou art the Christ, the Son of the living God." And Jesus look at Luke the doctor. Look at Paul the tent maker. Look at John the beloved. Look at all of them. And he said, Peter, flesh and blood have not revealed this unto you. I'm telling you, remember we said in the preambles, Peter went to the university. He didn't have a Toastmaster. He went to Toastmaster Club. He didn't have a lecturer. He didn't have a teacher. He wasn't taught how to do a presentation from a dictum place, from a lectern, from a podium. He didn't understand to analyze, internalize experience, verbalize, and actualize. He didn't understand those steps. It wasn't taught to him. But Jesus looked at Peter and said, flesh and blood. For all those who had the greatness of flesh and blood, helping them to understand, to be where they're at. But flesh and blood have not revealed this unto you, Peter. But the Spirit of the living God. You have the capacity. And because of the capacity you have, Peter, I'm going to build my church. And the gates of hell shall not prevail against it. I'm giving to you, Peter, because of your capacity. I'm giving to you the church. I'm giving to you a Petros, Peter. Those they're big on paper, but they cannot comprehend because all they're seeing at they meet their ceiling, they meet their cap. But Peter, you have the capacity to go beyond the thinking unthinkable. Oh, glory to God. You see, some people, they cannot go beyond what they were taught in the classroom. They cannot go beyond what they were taught. Oh my God, on the work studies, what they were taught. Oh my God, they cannot go beyond that. But the less fortunate go beyond because the less fortunate always have a question. They always have a question and needed answers. They always want to learn. So Pete had the capacity. So Jesus said to Peter, you're a Petros, a small rock. Not to those who have the capacity of the big rock of mentality and mindsets and concepts and precepts, algebra, calculus, trigonometry, and all of the above. Pete, you're just small, but you're small rock. I'm giving to you the global church, the universal church. And Pete, the gates of hell shall not prevail against it. For those that intellectual, they will be challenged. And when they're challenged, they will lost in the battle of challenge because the capacity is just limited. But Peter, the gates of hell cannot prevail against you. Your capacity, Peter, will not be limited. You are unlimited. The gates of hell cannot prevail against you. Oh my God, you will try to prevail against you with a headache. But Peter, you lay hand upon yourself with the power I'm investing in you. Oh my God, the headache shall leave your body. You will lay hands upon you and the terminal element shall disappear. You will lay hands upon yourself and cancer will wither and die. Peter, I'm giving to you because now, Peter, you can think the unthinkable. Jesus further went to let Peter to understand, when you're converted, Peter, I want you to teach them. What you need to teach them, Peter, because you have to be converted first. What your journey is like when you are not converted to your conversion. How I take you from a nothing and make you a something, Peter. How I take you when they thought you had no capacity to where now you have the capacity, Peter. When you had nothing in your lexicon according to them and you unearth your potential and your ability. When you are converted, I want you to teach them. And Peter, in his crossroad of conversion, he stood on the day of Pentecost. When the Lord and all the Lords were there, I can imagine probably Peter rose up on the day of Pentecost in the upper room in a donkey cart, or probably roll up with a donkey. Oh my God, or probably roll up with a bicycle. When you look in the parking lot, their BMW, Lexus, their Mercedes Benz, oh my God, their Tesla, their Ferrari, their Lamborghini. But Peter roll up with a donkey, he roll up with a camel or a horse, or he walk on his feet. And when he get into the upper room on the day of Pentecost, the only one that spoke authentically is Peter. Those who were all learned of mental health, and those who learned, oh yes, and all the different things pertaining to mental health. These guys are drunk and wine, and they're demonstrating the tendency of mental health and so on and so forth. Peter said here, these guys do not a mental health issue. We don't need no mental health person here. These guys are not drunk and wine. They are filled with the Holy Ghost. Peter have the capacity. I'm here to let you know, you can think the unthinkable. You have the capacity to be your own manager, managing your own business. You have the capacity to be a mentor, mentoring those as a mentee that came through brokenness, fragmentedness. You get the capacity to mentor and to have mentees, those who are raped, who are abused, who are strung out on substance abuse. Oh yes, you have the capacity to mentor those who are less fortunate, didn't see a school door, didn't have the amount of money to have a meal. But you have the capacity. You can think the unthinkable. You have the capacity. You have have the capacity. I want to rate here. You have the capacity. Yes, you have the capacity. Upon your capacity, I'm going to build you, say the Lord. And the gates of hell shall not prevail against you and against your capacity. And your capacity is for you to become, you evolve, and you to, oh my God, to transcend, for you to catapult from the place of disdain, a place of disgust, a place of rejection, a place of fragmentedness. You are there to catapult so you can think the unthinkable. You certainly do has the capacity. Dream the undreamable. Looking at my time, I'm trying to race through so I can be on schedule and on time. Hallelujah. Dream the undreamable. Oh, yes, because sometimes you make known your dream that you had. No one seems to believe your dream because they look again at your capacity, and your capacity doesn't match your dream. And therefore, they recognize that your dream doesn't make any sense in their eyes. And you do not ponder on your dream. You don't pray about your dream. You don't take your dream serious. You don't take your dream as worthwhile. I'm taking some time to process what this dream really meant, or what this dream can be, and what this dream can become, because of your environment has caused you to feel your dream doesn't have capacity, and you cannot dream the undreamable. Let's go to Joseph. Joseph, the dreamer. Joseph, the dreamer. His brothers didn't believe that he can dream the undreamable, because Joseph doesn't have the capacity, according to them, to dream what he said he have dreamt. In their eyes, they feel he doesn't have the capacity. They laugh at him. They scoff at him. They mocked him. Oh, yes, and at the point in time, Joseph himself tend to believe that what he is dreaming, he don't have the capacity to see such a dream come to fruition and to be a part of his life, that he can be a part of the dream and enjoy the dream and let the dream be one of his testimony. Oh, yes, but they cannot believe that Joseph have the ability and the capacity to dream the undreamable. I'm here to let you know you can dream the undreamable. I don't know what you dreamt last night. I don't know what you dreamed today. I don't know what you dreamed yesterday. I don't know what you dreamed last week. I don't know what you dreamt last year. I don't know what your dream is. I don't know what the dream that is pressing upon your mind, upon your spirit. Oh, yes, and they're telling you don't have the capacity to match your dream. You cannot live that dream. You cannot become what your dream say you're going to become. I want to let you know you can dream the undreamable, and in the fullness of time, the undreamable can come to fruition. In the time of the moment of time, the undreamable can be the dream of reality. Oh, yes, do not believe when they said you don't have the capacity because of your community, your tribe, and your village. Say you cannot dream the undreamable. For the strap of time and the interest of time that allotted to me on these various platforms tonight, podcasts, TV land, radio land, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. Oh, blessed be the name of the Lord. You can dream the undreamable. And in fast tracking and coming to conclusion of the life of Joseph being the undreamable, it come to fruition that his brothers had to came to him. Oh, yes, even his father had to came to him in the fullness and the fruition where the dream comes to reality. And they have to come because their resources ran out. And where Joseph dreamt that he gonna be the resourceful manager, he gonna be the manager of all the resources. And there become a time they had to go to the resource manager. They had to go to the man with all the resources, the man they start to kill, the man they start to deface, the man they selling below his value. Oh, yes, below his market value. Oh, yes, they have to come because now their dream become a reality. He is the man of the resources and managing the resources, and he is resourceful. You can dream the undreamable. They is gonna come to you. They're gonna seek after you when the dream gonna come to fruition. You dream to own the home. Some of them who talk out of your dream is coming to rest in your home for a night. Oh, yes, they will come to spend vacation. They will come to a stop by. Oh, yes, you can dream the undreamable. Those that think that you cannot be a happy person. Oh, a time gonna come in the reality where they're gonna come to say, teach me how to be happy like you. Because you dream the undreamable, that you have all the pieces of mind. You have the songness of mind. Oh, my God, the peace that passeth all understanding. Oh, my God. And they come to know how you have the peace that passeth all understanding. You can dream the undreamable. Oh, yes, they thought you did not love to give and love to contribute. Oh, a time gonna come when your dream gonna come to fruition. Oh, yes, when you gonna dream the undreamable, and they're gonna come to ask you how you are full of love. Oh, you have the capacity. Oh, yes, that you can love in a bundle. You have love overload. Oh my God, your time is coming that you can dream the undreamable. With that being said, from the village, the tribe, and the community of the Conversation Motivational Sip and Chat, the Conversation Motivational Hour, and the Conversation Motivational Date Night with SGGR and team. Don't forget, we have a date tomorrow night. Please don't stood me up. I'm looking for you to join me on that date. Oh, yes, my panel is going to be the host is Crystal Dundas tomorrow night. I'm not going to be the host. I'm going to be the co-host. And tomorrow night, we have Jay Vision, who is an author in his book that is to be had in the hands of many, and a good read of Purpose-Driven Life, and Dwayne Dyer out of Canada. We will have a great date night tomorrow night. I'm not forgetting where you are, that you can think the unthinkable. You can dream the undreamable. Think and dream. Think and dream. Dream and think. Though you're in prison, your dream will free you. Though you're in financial deficit, your dream will make you financially empowered. Though you are broken, your dream will make you whole. Though you are rejected, your dream will make you accepted. Though you are sold on the market value, your dream will make you come to the fullness of your value. Your dream tonight. Your dream tonight. Even Joseph was put into a pit. He was sold to slave traders. He was put in prison, but his dream caused him to be free. And your freedom is in your dream. Oh, yes, you will become, you will have, you will hold. Oh, you will love again. You will marry again. You will dream again. You will give birth again. You will bargain again, because your dream, oh, yes, will take shape. Your dream will take fashion, and your dream will be arrived. Realize you can dream the undreamable. You can think the unthinkable. And because Peter think the unthinkable, he went down in the annals of history that he walked on water. Oh, yes, you thinking can cause you to go down in the annals of history. The first in your family go to the university. The first in your family to have $1 million in the bank. The first in your family to have 10 children. The first in your children in your family to have the greatest marriage. The first in your family that everyone want to be in your orbit, in your space. Oh, yeah, the first in your family that come up with something of an invention and creation I've never seen before by the world. Oh, yes, you're the first author in your family. You're the first psalmist in your family. You're the first president in your family. You're the first councilman in your family. You are the first doctor in your family. You are the first spacecraft person in your family. The first pilot in your family. You can think the unthinkable. You do have the capacity, as Peter walk on water, because he think the unthinkable. I'm happy to let you know you can. Yes, you will. And together we all will bring it home. Thinking the unthinkable, dreaming the undreamable, from the Conversation Community, Tribe, and Village, with no other than SGGR. Yours truly. I'm glad to be in the trenches with you tonight. I'm glad to be in the gutters with you tonight. I'm glad to be under the bridge with you tonight. I'm glad to be in the rags with you tonight. I'm glad to be where there's no food on the table tonight. I'm glad to be where there is no love to receive tonight. I'm glad to be where there's no joy coming from your life tonight. I'm glad to be in your setback. I'm glad to be in your fragmentedness. I'm glad to be in your negativity. With that being said, presenting tonight that you can think the unthinkable, dream the undreamable. I'm glad to let you know now you are a migrant. You are migrating to think the unthinkable, dream the undreamable. I love you, but Christ loved you best. Happy Valentine from SGGR as I serve you tonight the roses of my smile and the roses of my laughter. Don't forget our date night tomorrow night. At the end of this song, we're going to make our segue out of here. Happy Valentine. Never loved you.
It's probably too late now. I don't worry about that much. I'm happy anyhow. as I go along
the journey, reaping better than I sow. I'm drinking from my saucer because my cup has overflowed.
And we gotta let it reaches. Sometimes the going gets tough, but I've got a friend in Jesus. Yes, I have. That makes me
Rich enough.
Lord for my blessings and the mercies He's bestowed. And drinking from my soul.
If you want to make a donation, you can make a donation to $Seon Rodney. That's my Cash App. Because someone called me this week and asked me why I don't ask anyone to make a donation. And I said I get a little sense of pride, even though everything around there costs some kind of cash and it's money to pay the bills, the light on, to keep this equipment, and sometimes to maintain the engineer when things go wrong that come by to make sure that we up to par and so on. But if you want to make, it's not by compulsion. The donation is $Seon Rodney. That's my Cash App, because when you go to the restaurant, you tip the server, right? So if you want to tip the program, it's fine. I will receive your tip. I receive your donation, but it's not under compulsion and it's not that under strain and stress. But if you do want to make a donation, that this conversation will continue to catapult, to emerge, and to trend into the direction that we're going, being on various platforms and Periscope, we're going into different satellite locations and so forth and such like. I want to let you know you can feel free to do so if you want to tip because you have served well. God bless you.
Now remember, there are times when things
Happy Valentine's!
go wrong, and they are hard, and they are difficult. Faith sometimes hurts thin. But that faith will break those dark clouds and allow you to let Jesus in.
Heaven love you and SGGR love you.
So Lord, help me come to the Lord about the tough roads I have walked. I'm drinking from my saucer.
Cause my cup has overflowed.
If God gives me strength and courage, when the way goes steep and rough.
Happy Valentine, happy Valentine. Building a bridge of love over a sea of hate. From our tribe, our community, and our village of the conversation. The august body of donors, supporters, contributors, and friends and leaders.
Because my cup has overflowed. Yes, I will. Just keep drinking from my saucer. Because my cup has overflowed.
Happy Valentine to you. Building a bridge of love over a sea of hate. We want to let you know from our tribe, our village, and our community of the Conversation Motivational Sapient Chat, affiliate of the Conversation Motivational Hour, our Conversation Motivational Date Night with SGGR and team. We want to say happy Valentine to you. We are serving you the roses of smiles and the roses of love. We care and concern for you. I'm not forgetting tomorrow night, our date night, our date is set. Crystal Dundas out of New York going to be the host, and I'm going to be the co-host. We are flipping script next week. This week, matter of fact, last week also we did, and she did a tremendous, a fabulous job. She was spot on, and she's going to be the host again. And we're going to have Jay Vision out of Alabama, who is an author. We are perusing his book. It's a great book to be had. It's a great read to have, and talk about purpose-driven life. And Dwayne Dyer out of Canada. Have a blessed and productive night. I want to tell you, happy Valentine. I love you, and heaven love you best. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. God bless you.